Hello and welcome to Modelling Misadventures, and today I'm going to be carrying on with the radio control boat, the attempt to make a Chris Craft Corvette. And the last video got the hull painted and now it's time to start on the superstructure. Now, I said in the last video that I was going to make some modifications to this superstructure to try and make it look a bit more like a Chris Craft Corvette, and in order to do that this is going to have to be put in a bit lower into the hull, and it's going to have to be slid forward, and that's going to cause a whole load of downstream effects that I don't quite know how we're going to work out, but I'm going to try it. And I'm going to start off by cutting a strip off the bottom of here so that it sits a bit lower in the deck. Now, I'm not going to do this using any accurate measurements because it just would be impossible to get it spot on, so I'm going to do it by eye and feel, and I'm going to start off just by cutting a bit off the bottom along here. So that's sitting a lot lower. Now these windows are a problem here, they're too low, so I'm going to try and raise them up nearer to the top. So I'm just winging this as I go along. I wanted these windows to be higher up nearer the top, so I've cut them out up higher. Now they're too big, so I'm going to use these window inserts to put in, and that then will allow me to fill in the bottom bit, and hopefully it'll look okay. So this is just an illustration of what I'm trying to do here. So this one, this side panel nearest to us, you can see is farther forward than the one on the left, and it's going to be much lower than that one. And you can see that there. So I'm hoping it's going to make it look a little bit more sleek. So we'll see what happens. Right, I'm going to fill these little gaps here with some mahogany wood filler. Well, I've got these side panels modified. I've modified the curve here, taken some off the bottom, raised these windows and filled in underneath, and you can see some lines there, but I think once I've stained it, they'll fade away. So I'm going to fit these now to the hull. And there they are. That looks all right. And next, we just put these stringers along the side and the front. There we are. They went in very easily. Do you like my mat? Now we can start on the deck. Looking forward to putting that bit on. Now there's a curved fairing that comes around here, and they've got a very clever little way of making it. So they've given us these templates here. That forms a kind of a jig, and then you glue 3 pieces of this together and clamp it in here, and you should end up with a piece of curved mahogany. Now this has been drying for 24 hours, and now we've got these little saw guides here to cut it to the right length. these have come out great. Look at that. So first up, these side decking pieces. These look very nice. Let's get them on. Now the rear deck panel. Now the next thing to go on is this front deck, and I'm going to have to alter it a little bit. I'm going to have to enlarge these holes because I've brought the superstructure forward, so I need to fit that so it goes farther back. That's the front end on. Now next up, these fairings on the edge of the front deck. You see these bits, very nice. So that's looking really nice. Now I've got to put the front windows on here, and I think I might have overdone it. I think they're going to be a bit small. So I have to do a little bit of work up here to make that bit look right, but that's what's next. Now you can see here actually just how big that original window was meant to be. But I'm going to cut that down and make it a lot lower. So I'm looking for something a little bit more like that. Well, there's my new windows. Well, that has taken quite a lot of shaping and filing, but anyway, it's on and it's just drying, but I think that's going to look okay. Well, this is what I've got up to, and I've got the deck and a bit of the superstructure on. And the next phase is to start working on these interior sections with some more decking and superstructure. But the problem is, now that I have moved this forward and down, nothing else fits. So I've got all these bits now that need to be fitted in, and it's all going to have to be modified. Going to have to do a fair bit of scratch building to get it to fit. So I think with that, it's probably time to call a halt to this video and save all of that for the next one. So I'll say thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time on Modelling Misadventures.